Hi, it's David Fraser here, just with putting together a little bit of video based on a blog post that I wrote. Came about as a result of an event that I was hosting recently, where as a result of something that the main speaker said, I remarked that relationships really will always beat hierarchy, or community will always beat hierarchy. That was prompted by the speaker saying that when she'd built or worked in relationships with this outside agency that was for particular reasons causing some difficulty, they were then able to find ways to interpret their rules and regulations, let's say, in a different way, one that was more favourable to my guest's business. And I thought, well, yes, relationships do beat hierarchy, that human connection is ultimately stronger than the processes and rules and procedures in an organisation. Now, that's not to say that people will overrule those, or break the law or disregard things, but if they feel a sense of human connection with somebody they're interacting with, then they'll find a way to make the best possible interpretation they reasonably can on those rules. So I think relationship does beat hierarchy, and if we imagine that the top-down authority in an organisation will always rule the day, and that connections with other people in other organisations are a weaker thing, then I think we're fooling ourselves, really. Peter Drucker says culture eats strategy for breakfast, and that's really another way of saying the same thing. Human connection is a very powerful force, and anything cerebral, going on in an organisation is ultimately a weaker thing. So I think it's worth keeping that in mind. We can use it to our advantage if we build relationships with people we need to work with. They'll be more helpful to us. They'll find ways of getting the system to work in our favour. They'll be self-organising about that. It's a commonplace, really, that all organisations depend on self-organising behaviour and to function at all. And if that's organised in a particular way, or if people come up with ways of doing things, they self-organise, do things in a particular way, then if we have the right relationships with them, then they'll do that in a way that's helpful to us. So that's my thought, really. Just to bear in mind that relationships tend to beat hierarchy, and that's something to be aware of.